All right, let's get the steak prepared. I've never been able to get that perfect medium, and I finally found out how to do it. That's good. Perfect. A little disinfectant spray real quick. Can't be taking no chances. Let's see. All right. My culinary knowledge started and ended as a dishwasher who did make family meal though, and made some of the best family meal ever, actually. But it wasn't even for like a restaurant. It was for a Topgolf. So like that doesn't really count. But we're learning. We're getting better. And I'm trying to get on my home cook shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't care to be a chef, but I do care to be good at cooking. So that's what we're doing here. Let's take it over here. We are going to boil the potato, the sweet potato, just so we can kind of tenderize it a little bit. And then afterwards, we're gonna pan fry it. I don't really have the heart to deep fry it just because I'm actually trying to cut weight right now. And if I can limit calories, I will, even though I'm having steak for dinner. And this ain't gonna be the most calorie friendly dinner, I'll guarantee you that. But if we can shave off a few calories here and there, we will. The whole point of this video is just to prove to myself that I can make a perfect steak. And a perfect steak to me is medium with a minimal gray band. I can get it to medium, not consistently, but I can get it to medium. But the gray band part, I was never able to conquer. But I realized that the issue was that I was being a little bit too old school with my approach to cooking a steak. I was the type of guy who would just put the steak on there, let that crust develop, and then flip it. When in reality, you gotta move it. You gotta move your steaks. I know that's gonna offend some people, but trust me, just watch. I promise you, it's a game changer, trust. Let's give it a second. Let's get a little bit hotter. I want this to get to roughly like 450. And the two things that have been my best friend and are my even better friends now, this temperature gun, it's gonna tell you what the pan's at, and then this thermometer. This one was like 14 bucks on Amazon. It kind of sucks, but it gets the job done. I wanna buy a newer one or like a more high-tech one. I keep on looking over my shoulder because I feel like someone's behind me. Steak time. Let's go. You ready? I'm ready. Nah, that wasn't even that hot. Right. Crank that up just a little bit. We're gonna bring like this, please. So you're gonna develop like minimal crust, then flip, minimal crust, then flip, and then as you flip it more and more, the crust develops more and more. Like right now, that's a piss poor crust, right? Give it some time. It's gonna develop further. So you can see this side is starting to develop a better crust. Check the temperature real quick. Okay, we're good. So about at 90, we'll go ahead and start butter basting. I should have got my butter ready already. You can see it's developing a more of a crust, at least in the center. This side needs some more attention, and so does this bottom side. It wouldn't be as big of a problem if I was using more oil though. All right. Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. Yeah, we're fine. I'm over here tripping. So we're just gonna work on this crust on this bottom side, just so it can get a little bit more even. And boom. And now look. Pretty nice crust. Not perfect, but pretty good. Let this chill out down here in this oil real quick. And then cut the heat. Check the temperature. So it's like 90, right where we wanted it to be. Get this off the heat. Let that rock. This real quick. And I did want to avoid burning the pepper so I could use it with the sauce I'm gonna make, but honestly, it's pretty burnt. So whatever we get is whatever we get. I'm not really stressed about using the fond from the steak to flavor my sauce. I already have like some chicken stock that I'm gonna use anyways. And then we're gonna throw some garlic paste, because even though I went to the supermarket again today, I forgot garlic. Add some rosemary in the mix as well. I need a spoon. And then just chuck the butter on there. And this isn't a lot of butter, honestly. It's 2 tablespoons. Usually you use a lot more butter than this, but like I said, I'm trying to tone down for the summertime, so we can't use all the butter in the world. So the reason I cut the heat while I butter baste is so that I don't overdo the steak. It used to be a big mistake that I'd make earlier on whenever I was cooking steak. I wouldn't cut the heat while I butter basted. So one, I'd burn the butter all the time. And two, the steak would cook too fast because it's still cooking. Like the pan isn't cold, so it's still cooking. I'm probably gonna pull it at close to like 120, and it was at 90 last time I checked, so we'll see. I forgot what I was saying, I'm not gonna cap. All right, it's at 105 right now. 115, all right, we're gonna leave it here for just a little bit longer and then pull it at 120. Because one thing that will ruin a steak, for me at least, is if it's rare. I'm at best, medium rare, preferably medium type of guy. Because I like it to be pink, not like a kind of like pinkish red, you know what I'm saying? And it's not even like a blood thing, it's just a texture thing. Like the meat is a lot tougher whenever you eat it rare, in my personal opinion. All right, that's good enough, man. On to the next thing. Let's check this potato first. We're just trying to tenderize it. We're not trying to cook it. Okay, it still has some time. All right, so now we're gonna make the red wine reduction sauce. First, we will start with some oil. Not too much. We'll throw in the shallots. I like to put in the shallots first, let them caramelize just a little bit, then throw in the garlic and have it in there for not too long, because what I've learned is that with garlic, it burns so easily. So like you wanna put it in there like almost last. I said I had chicken stock, but I don't really have chicken stock. I have one of these chicken stock seasoning cubes. Gonna add some hot water here. That's not even hot water, I forgot. I didn't heat it up. Damn, that's gonna make this harder. We got it, add the garlic. There we go. So now we're gonna add this chicken stock, and that's how we're gonna deglaze the pan. And what deglazing is basically just getting all this meat residue lifted up and using that flavor for whatever you're cooking. And in this instance, it's for the sauce. Now it's time for the wine. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Feeling a little bit frisky tonight. So today, I actually went with a sweet red wine. This is the brand. Not bad. The reason I went for a sweet red wine is because the last time I made a red wine reduction sauce, it was a little bit too acidic. And I was thinking like, well, I kind of want that fruity flavor of the wine in there. The steak's already savory and all that other stuff. Let me add some more wine. I don't really need too much of the acid, in my personal opinion. So that's why I went with a sweeter wine today, because I do like that sweet and savory contrast of like the sweeter sauce on top of the savory steak. So now that we got the wine, what we're gonna do is just reduce that down. And what reducing is just cooking it until like some of the water evaporates. I always forget to add the tomato paste at a decent time, just because that does help with like the richness of the sauce. And with these tomatoes, they're actually kind of acidic. So you do want to cook them a little bit so you can cook out some of the acidity in the tomato paste. That's why you want to add it a little bit earlier. And you also see that adding the tomato paste does thicken up the sauce. Excuse me. That wine is trying to come back up. So we're just gonna keep on reducing this down just a little bit more, because it's already a pretty good sauce texture right now, but it can always be a little bit better. And really, once we add that butter, that's when it's gonna turn into a sauce. Right now, it's just, you know what I'm saying, a little dressing. When I add that butter, it's a sauce. Okay, bad. So that's good. I'm not trying to have it be a syrup. So like I said, not too much butter today. I'm only gonna add, let's see, 1 tablespoon of butter, and that should be good. If it will, come on, man. Bro, and I checked last night, 1 tablespoon of butter is like 100 calories. That's insane. So I have officially added 300 extra calories onto my steak dinner by using butter. I'm never gonna stop using butter, but like, I'll be more conscious of how I use it in terms of like calorie conscious, depending what season I'm in. But summer's coming, man, and gotta get rid of the good. There we go. So this is perfect. All that's left to do is add some pepper, turn down the heat. Then we need some salt as well, because even though I do want it to be sweet, you gotta have that salt in there. Salt is what like opens up the flavors. Like you could have some of the most well-flavored food as far as like just the combinations that you made, but if it ain't got no salt, you're not gonna taste that. So this is thick as can be. Wait, let me actually taste it first. Yeah, that buzz. A little bit extra on the tomato, because it does have a little bit more acidity, and I can tell it's coming from the tomato paste, but this is delicious. I gotta check those potatoes, that potato too. because it seems like it's having a little bit too much fun over there. Not too much now. The potato flew around my room before you came. Okay, it's good. So what we'll do is turn that off. And as this cools down, we'll start to like clean up a little bit. Because I like to clean as I go. Because if you don't, them dishes is about to be a motherfucker. Really what I'm going to do is as I clean, I'll get the mushrooms started because I'm just gonna saute them. Pepper, salt, and that's it. Because honestly, bro, mushrooms are pretty good on their own. I'm pretty sure there's probably some like cream sauce I can make for the mushrooms, but that's a little bit out of my budget calorie-wise. But maybe later. For now, strict salt and pepper, baby. Ooh, let me show you guys. So I did go to the store again today. These were so good I had to get another one. And look how much it cost. This is my lucky steak. And I also picked up this right here. This is a picanha. What is a picanha? I don't even know. We'll find out together though. Maybe next week, I don't know. But it's gonna get cooked soon. And do you not think so far ahead? Cause I've been thinking about forever. Yeah, this is a little bit too soft now. Oy, it's water hot. All right. I'm gonna let these kind of shrink a little bit, go wash some dishes, and in like 2 minutes, I'll be right back to check on these. Oh, snap, bit. Okay, y'all see that? Here's the color I'm looking for on the mushrooms. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, snap, I'm over here playing. About to burn these joints. So the goal was to make the perfect steak, not the perfect, damn, I forgot the salt and pepper too. Yeah, so the goal was to make the perfect steak, not the perfect mushrooms. You know what, let me just go ahead and salt these right now. That's the beauty of cleaning while you cook. Sometimes you do forget things. I can't speak about you, but I can speak about me. I forget stuff all the time. That's a lot of salt actually. Next, we have the sweet potato. Gotta clean out all this mushroom juice though. So I'm just gonna chop it up into disc and then half them. Boom, boom. And the reason I boiled them is so that they would cook through. So whenever I pan fried it, I could just worry about getting the outside, not even crispy, but just getting the outside to have some good color and good texture and not worry about having to cook it all the way through. Cause this thing's pretty much already cooked, honestly. I could mash this up if I wanted to. Boom. We're gonna cut it in half and then that's gonna be our final result. Man, I love me a sweet potato, bro. Sweet potatoes are elite. So damn good. I think the first time I ever had a sweet potato was in college. That was whenever I first started meal prepping. And I was looking up like vegetables to meal prep and everyone was recommending sweet potatoes. So I tried it and boy, oh boy, thank you. Shout out to the internet for that one. Cause I ain't never looked back. Bam. Alrighty. There. Throw this one in that corner. You know what, let's give it a little bit more time. That one looked really good. I'm a really big fan of color. Like I like things to have a really good color to them. Since I'm done washing dishes, I won't forget to salt these. I'm just trying to lightly salt them because it is a sweet potato, but like I said earlier, that salt really brings out whatever flavor you're trying to get at. I learned that actually as a dishwasher, whenever the chef, he was making some sort of ice cream or something like that, and he added salt to the ice cream. I was like, why the hell did you do that? He's like, well, because it's gonna enhance the sweetness. And it did, that shit was good. That was some of the best ice cream I've ever had till this day. Okay. This one looks really good. Last night, I definitely overdid it with the color, and some of them had a little bit of a darker shade than usual, but they still came out really good. I'll turn up the heat just a little bit. It's tasty. Oh, snap. Wait. The mushrooms are really good. Really, really good. Damn, okay. Even though I forgot the salt or I added it afterwards, still buzz. And really, at least for me, the appeal of mushrooms is just that fleshy texture that they have. I know not a lot of people like that, but I love it. I remember whenever I was a kid and everyone would complain that there's mushrooms on the pizza, I'd be in the back like, shit, look, man. I know it's not the cool thing to like mushrooms, but trust me, man, if you ain't gonna eat it, I will. These are almost good. I'm just gonna try for a little bit longer to get just a little bit more color on the bottom, and then we'll call it. Because honestly, it's getting pretty late and I'm hungry, so they'll be fine. Because sweet potatoes, it don't even matter if they're crispy or not. They're still gonna buzz. So we're really good. We're just playing with house money right now. There we go. All right, so these are D-O-N-E. Yeah, see that? This is what I get for letting my batteries die. Damn! And I turned up the heat too, so this is not how I wanted them to look. Yeah. I fucked around and found out. Damn, it's a lot of sweet potatoes. That's what we got so far. This isn't necessarily the strongest of crusts, but I'm not the strongest of chefs. This is a work in progress, but still, it looks pretty damn good. Now for the moment of truth. Let's see, and voila. This is more so what I'm shooting for, like to have this minimal gray band and just have a lot of just beautiful pink. Overall, technique, a solid 7 out of 10, but I'm sure the flavor is even better. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. I'm really getting better at cooking these steaks, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's get this plated. So yeah, just move the steak around and that's gonna help minimize the gray band. That's honestly not even a note for you, it's a note for me. I'm just trying to remember for the next time. Here we go. Well, let's see if we can get this, make this look pretty. Bam, bam, bam. Oh shit. This sauce is definitely very thick, but it's still gonna taste amazing. I think it kind of cooled down a little bit too, so that's why it's a little bit thicker. Let's make this pretty saucy. I like a saucy steak. Oh, too saucy. Yeah, anyways. So here's our final meal. Mushrooms look good, sweet potatoes look good, steak looks even better, sauce tastes amazing. Honestly, I'm about to do some dirty things to this plate, and if you have any questions, comment down below, and also have a good day. Peace. Hold on now. I was about to end the video and I didn't even taste the steak. I tasted the mushrooms earlier and I tasted the sweet potatoes. Those are great. Let me taste this steak real quick. Just gonna chop off one of these end pieces. Do a little Dunkaroo. Hey, look, man. It busts, bro. I don't know what else to say. Saltiness is there. I actually could have added a little bit of extra salt just to have it punch a tad bit. Or honestly, I could have added like some finishing salt to it and it'll be just fine. The sauce and the steak, bro, that's an unmatched combo, bro. Because like I was saying earlier, with the sweeter wine, having that sweeter, more fruity sauce with the savoriness of the steak, bro, that shit hit every fucking time, bro. Like, me and this plate got some business to settle. So you guys have a good night. Stay safe. I will see you next time. Peace. A flat iron, bro. It's really giving a ribeye run for his money, man. Let me stop. All right, I'm chilling. This time we going for real. All right, peace.